What's going on, you bunch of heretics? And welcome to the Heresy Journals. It feels like it has been a hot minute since I've spoken with you guys, talking about it. It's been a busy month. It has been a busy month. I've been away with work. It's been non-stop. I just haven't had the opportunity or chance to be able to get any tutorials out, keep you updated with anything that's been going on. So today is a bit of a long-winded video, bit of a catch-up on things going forward, what I've been up to, things you can expect, etc, etc, etc. So yes, there is lots to discuss, and as this episode kind of points to, it is a bit of a Warhammer Essentials type video, one that I think needs to be spoken about. We will get into it throughout this. Things you can see, like I say, we've got Warhammer Essentials to talk about. We have got visits that are being on, painting projects that are going on, upcoming things that are happening with the channel, and something with a podcast going on with the First Rank Fire guys, and some potential few episodes that are going to be coming up over the next coming weeks on the channel. Like I say, it has been a while, guys. It really has. I feel like I haven't spoken to you in forever. I know this is only episode 4. This is supposed to be like an ongoing thing, but no, hasn't been. Right. So I suppose, without further ado, episode 4, Heresy Journals. Let's get into it. So yes, here we are, Heresy Journals, Warhammer Essentials. So, right, couple of things. As many of you know, I've kind of moved away from the Citadel paint range and are now kind of moving towards Colourforge, Darkstar and Vallejo, and of course the Army Painter, specifically their speed paints. First of all, which now has to become an essential, and I mean an essential in your hobbying, it is this primer from Colourforge. Do not buy any. This isn't a paid advertisement, not even slightly. This is 100% the primer of choice. Forget the Army Painter primer, forget Games Workshop Citadel primer. While as good as the Games Workshop one is, the Colourforge Matte Black absolutely knocks everything out of the park. I brought this up on a podcast, the First Rank Fire podcast that I did earlier on. This stuff here is, honestly, as soon as I started spraying this and basing this, you may have seen on the Instagram page, the Hell's Last models that have been painted. This was what I used, and honestly, over the past 4 weeks, I cannot express enough how much this is great. Cans, the way it sprays, the way it sits on the model, how much you get for your money, bang for buck, best primer. This is an essential. This should be staple item in your hobbying kit. Said it, done. Next, moving away from Colourforge, now going on to something that I think may be a replacement for Non-Oil and Agrax Earthshade. Again, those two are essentials in your Warhammer hobbying day-to-day stuff. Non-Oil, Agrax Earthshade, Liquid Talent as they call it. However, there is a new kid on the block, Darkstar. Their Night Shroud and their Victorian Pallor may just be the ones that are going to give Agrax Earthshade and Non-Oil a bit of a run for their money. They just seem to sit on the model a lot better. This Midnight Shroud from Darkstar, I hope I can push this up here. Midnight Shroud from Darkstar, again, sits in the model really nicely. It's what I've been using for my assault intercessors with jump packs. Hopefully you've seen this on the channel, on the Instagram page, and if you haven't, go check it out. But you'll see they just sits a little bit darker in the recesses and adds a real nice tint to your model. And the Victorian Pallor, it's quite an interesting one. It's a lighter brown. It's not as dark as Agrax Earthshade, and I think they do a darker color. But again, if you layer this, again, this is now going to become an absolute essential in my painting collection. So check these out, Darkstar. These came at recommendation from the Outpost the other day when I was there, and again, Victorian Pala, two really, really interesting paints that I think are worthy of your attention. And Vallejo Black, where are you, Vallejo? Where are you? Here it is. This is a bit embarrassing. But I've got it now. Here. No, that's not it at all. Oh, sorry guys. You know what I'm like. Yeah, Vallejo Black. Again, really, really nice. It's got a nice matte finish that works quite nicely with this Colour Forge stuff. Again, works really well into the model. Again, probably a replacement for your Chaos and Abaddon Black from Citadel. Again, great drop pods, shakes really easily, goes onto the modern ice, and again, I think this is now going to be an essential within my painting career, if you will. But yes, the Vallejo Black, it is a 70.950 is the number you want, which is like a Abaddon Black or Chaos Black from the Citadel range. But that one there, definitely worth your attention again. But as I say, speed paints, still loving them. Really glad I made the switch over from the Citadel paints, the contrast paints, while as lovely as they are. The speed paints are just working out perfectly, and I think I've nailed down that kind of black armor down to a T, I think. Paintbrushes, not really much to say on that one. Right, the next absolute essential, and really kind of what this video is all about. You've probably been seeing it plenty on your Instagram feed and your stories, is this, the Crydrophy modular art box. I love this. So as you know, if you've been following the channel, you'll know that I've been away over the past few weeks. I've been up in Scotland, then I was away in Bassingbourn, and then I've been away this week in Haggerston Castle on a family holiday. And I have taken this with me every single time, and it has been an absolute lifesaver. They do, this was part of the Ultimate set. It comes with like 2 more modules at the bottom, which you don't need for this hobby. You just need the standard set with the wet palette bases. All right, it all clicks out, clips undone there, comes in set bases, and this then comes out again as well. Inside these modules here, this all comes out. Okay, these all come out, and you've got a paint palette or a paint pot here, a holder, connects together. What I also really like is these brush holders that you can just, again, all just clips in together. And then inside here, you can actually store 18 dropper pod paint pots. Perfect. So if you're like me and you travel a lot, this is, honestly, I am never going anywhere. I don't go anywhere without this now. I can get models done, I can take paints. The wet palette, the guys at Crydrophy say that their wet palette isn't the best, but to be honest with you, I've had no problems with it whatsoever. Again, these will just undo here. That comes off, and you've got like 2 bits in here. The paper clips into here, so you've got some, again, you get loads of wet palette paper. And then of course you've got your wet palette compartment in here, and then another one in here. You can then, you can clip these 2 together, so it sits like that, which is great. Build it all back up again. He says, try and make it easy, it's not a sales pitch. All clips together, back on again. Great little carry pot, and again, you just put your brushes on there where you want to. Because that's one thing I've found that I just haven't had, is when I'm painting and I put my brush to the side, it just, maybe it bends the brush slightly, or I just like the fact you can slot it on here, the water runs down the brush. Yeah, this Crydrophy thing, honestly, has, over the past 4 weeks, like I say, I've been all up and down the country, and this is now honestly a staple item in my hobbying. Crydrophy, go check them out. You don't need the premium kit, you genuinely don't, because it comes with these, it's for like canvas painting stuff. You don't need it. If you're traveling a lot, or you want to minimize your hobby desk, or you move around your house, or you've got certain areas that you can paint in or can't paint in, this is generally one of the best bits of kit that I have. It's now, I would say, is an essential piece for me. Again, head over to them, to the Crydrophy website. I'll put a link in the description to check them out. You'll get 15% off your first order, or 15% off your order with Heresy 15. The code is all in there. Heresy 15. Get 15% off these. You don't need the premium kit. Just get the standard kit with the wet palette, or even just literally just the container if that's what you need, or get one of those. It's generally all you need. You don't need like loads and loads of bits and pieces. I'm not trying to sell the ultimate kit in any way, shape or form, because you don't need it. What I would say is get the standard kit with the wet palette attachments. It's been the fact that you can transport 18 paints, you can store paintbrushes on it, it all clicks together really nicely, it's really stable, it's super convenient, it is just super convenient, and is now generally an essential in my hobbying. So essentials for me now moving forward: the matte black from Colourforge, a change over a few paints, but these two things here, these are for me now my absolute hobbying essentials. Calligraphy, Colourforge, go check them out, get 15% off your calligraphy stuff. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. So if that's what you've tuned in for Warhammer Essentials, they're my two essential pieces of things: a modular art box so you can paint anywhere on the go. And I've got some plans this year. I think I'm probably going to take it up a mountain, paint on the side of a hill, just to show you how great this sort of thing is. So I might take it up Snowdon, or probably take up Snowdon, or up the Yorkshire Dales, somewhere high up, somewhere ridiculous, where I can get that out, paint, and just show you guys how awesome that thing is. There'll be more videos on that to come, but generally it's an essential. Link in the description. You know the routine, guys. Right. What else has been going on in Heresy My Therapy? We went to Highlander Games and Cafe while I was up in Scotland. What a place to go. Highlander Games and Cafe. Wow, what a team. What a bunch of guys there. Good food, good community, plenty of really cool different games. What I liked about it in Dundee, it's near a 24-hour bakery, would you believe it? But it's a cafe on one side, it's a shop on the other time. They're kind of sister companies joined together. Great environment. There is a plethora of games. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. I've done a full video on the team, all the games they've got there, where it is, what it's all about, coffee, the food, the full works. So yes, getting to visit those guys was fantastic, and was great to meet the team there. If you're up in Dundee, or you're up in that neck of the woods, it is definitely worth going to check out Highlander Games and Cafe. Great visit, great guys, great community. Right, painting projects and some upcoming projects. First of all, you may know I have got the Hell's Last box, sent out by Loaded Dice UK. I've got a big announcement coming soon with Loaded Dice UK, so look forward to that. But yes, a huge thank you to Loaded Dice for sending me out the Hell's Last. Building that has been very interesting. As I mentioned before, it's push fit, so we're in a bit of a weird thing with this. It's push fit, it's also 50 quid's worth of models. If you're paying 50 quid for models, should they be push fit? In the same breath, they're really nice models that work really nicely, and the process of building was super easy. So if you're not fussed about building and want to paint, then they're great. If you like the process of building your models, I think you'd be a little bit frustrated with the fact that you're paying a lot of money for something that's push fit. But I don't know. I'd love to know what you think to that. Let me know in the comment section below. Again, if you've not seen that video, go check it out on the channel of building those models. Right, next up, Task Force Obsidian Shadow. Hopefully, remember, you guys are probably aware, if you've been watching the channel, will be aware that I have been working on this custom chapter, this kind of like one size fits all for all of the different Space Marine chapters. If you want specific models or specific armies to start, you haven't got to put 2,000 points of one specific army together. You've got a very generic base of reference. So what have we got up to? Yes, so finished. We've got the Gladiator, that's just about done. The Eliminator squad, they are, no, not Eliminators, Eradicators. Yeah, Eradicators. Yeah, the Eradicator squad, that's done. I've just got a face to do actually on that one. The Assault Assassins with jump packs, they're now done. I've also got the 8th edition box set Intercessors, they're now done. I've got a Scout done and an Infernus Marine done. So we've got quite a fair bit done there. Hopefully there should be some B-roll of just the kind of amount and one of the company heroes has been done as well. Kind to make it like a company hero, or you can use him as a lieutenant, whichever one you want. But again, there should be some B-roll of that, just floating above the army, all coming together quite nicely. Upcoming video, upcoming tutorial soon should be the Deathwatch paint tutorial on Deathwatch. That's coming soon. Hopefully trying to get this done. Time of recording, it should be out the following week. It should be one of the next sort of videos coming up in line for the tutorials. They will be back up and running. Like I say, I've been away. I've not had a chance to record much in the way of painting. So I do apologise, but hopefully you'll get to see that over the next week or so. Also upcoming, I've just at time of filming, filmed with First Rank Fire podcast, so really looking forward to that. We had like a good 2-hour conversation just talking all sorts, so when that comes out we'll let you guys know, but it's definitely worth going over to go check those out. Yeah, great podcast, really good to meet Ben and Dave. We spoke about literally anything and everything to do with Warhammer. Some outrageous comments were made, I won't lie. Some things were said that can't be taken back. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But no, it was really great to talk to those guys. And that episode should be out soon. I'm not too sure when it'll be. At time of recording, it should be in the next week or so. So yes, hopefully you'll get to see that. But it was really good to kind of chat with those guys. For a good 2 hours, we were talking away about all things Warhammer. So yeah, great chat with those guys, and look forward to the episode coming out there as well. Okay, next we've had, I'm going to do actually probably a full video on this, but we've recently had the Adepticon reveals. Key points really, let's talk, Space Wolves, they're here. Wow, just wow. They look great, don't they? They really, really do. I'm going to probably do a full video on this in all fairness, because, I think it deserves its own video of talking about how we kind of feel about the reviews. There's been plenty out there, and everyone's got their 5 pence. Well, I'll add my 5 pence into the mix as well. Not that probably anyone's too fussed, but hey, you got it. But the Space Wolves look great. They really, really do. The Cathay as well. I mean, wow, what are we even doing here? What a great range, all plastic, looks fantastic. And then of course, the disappointment, I think, of the event was the Grey Knight stuff. I think that's another conversation for another day, isn't it? The Grey Knight disappointment. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, like I say, upcoming. Like I say, we've got a few things coming up. I've got some the Adepticon reviews, the future of Space Marines, and Grey Knight conversions. Are they worth doing? So something we're looking forward to. Upcoming projects that I've got going on. Again, we've got Hell's Last to paint and tutorial. Deathwatch Intercessor, again, paint tutorial coming up for that. Probably the next week or so. Next week, again, we'll have another Heresy Journal, because, like I say, we've got hopefully another game with my 40k buddy, and we've got some Middle-earth coming up over the next month as well. So plenty of battle updates of army list being built. Few projects ongoing. Again, I've got those to discuss with you guys. The army list building, the battle reports coming up again, and just obviously the ongoing projects. Whew. Yeah, that's the update. Quite a lot. So I do apologise. Quite a lot there. Rambling on, one take go. It's been a busy 4 weeks, I won't lie, but again, like I say, these will be coming up every sort of Sunday of the week going by. So yeah, busy. Yeah. Right, anyway, I suppose that's enough of me rambling on, as I've mentioned before. Hopefully you've seen the new background of an all black. This is how it's going to be. I'm not going to be doing it in the painting area anymore, mainly because this allows me to kind of chat with you guys without being next door to my daughter's room. Unfortunately, that's where she sleeps, next to the studio office. So it's a bit loud, and I don't want to wake her up, as I'm sure you can all probably agree on that one. So I'm here in this new little kind of all blacked out behind us. Hopefully it's worked out quite well, and you get to see some bits and pieces here. Right, that's the update. Enough rambling. Moving on. Catch you on the next one, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. The usual YouTube stuff. Yeah, Right. See you later, you bunch of heretics. I'm out.